ready?
I think
guess
so.
I'm ready. Okay, all
we're
right.
here.
Hey there, FlossTube. This is Kathy, the hands-on designer, and
Bill, Mr. HOD.
there you go. All right. One of these days, I'm going to get him to just say Mr. HOD. Okay.
One
why
of
do
these
I look
days.
so taller than you? Are you? Okay. Took my shoes.
Is that better?
I don't know. Okay, we are completely winging this. We did not even practice anything. I didn't even tell him what we were talking about. So here we go.
I'm just here.
Okay, you're here to look pretty. Okay, so cheers. It's Wednesday. Cheers. What do you have? Ooh,
It's a Stone Park IPA from Jackson Street Brewing here in Sioux City.
nice.
It's Stone Park is a park here in town, and they donate a portion of the proceeds to the Friends of Stone Park.
Oh, that's
So it
cool.
helps with park upkeep and everything. Yeah,
I did not know that.
and it's a good beer to boot. So
Okay. Well, I'm having something I should have known. Orange Peach Fizz. It's a hard seltzer. I'm not necessarily a fan of this one. It was a multi-pack you got me one time. I like it because it's lower in sugar and I just prefer that kind. And I don't know why that's harkening back to college days and why I don't. This is gonna sound why I don't like peach schnapps, not because I had it, but you know, just there's a story someday. If you're ever at a retreat with me, say, Kathy, tell me the story. Anyway, let's get on because we're gonna make this kind of a short one because it's Wednesday, and I wanted to get this done and up and posted before Expo weekend happened to just talk a little bit more about the newer releases, or the new releases for Needlework Expo. This is our third time we're doing this, the Virtual Wholesale Show. We did the first one in
March of 21.
March of 21 when the in-person Nashville show was canceled. And then Janice is from Noteworthy Needle. Her original intent was to have it in the fall. So now this is our second fall needlework show. So yeah, I can see a kitty walking in the background. And yeah, and so last time we didn't actually get to do our video until after everything shipped, and I like doing it before just in case you have any questions or you want a closer look. You can get in on the first round of orders with your shop, because a lot of shops will be coming into my room and visiting me and everything. So, and I wanted to point out this is FlossTube number 70. Yay! We moved into a new decade of digits. I don't know. Someday we'll get to 100. At this rate, it'll probably be like maybe 2024, something like that. But anyway, before I get to the new releases, though, I do want to say something. I brought this up because you were like, why'd you bring that up? Because I did want to let everybody know I promised a finishing tutorial on this. And actually, Crafty U in Ohio had a great little class. And it was cool. Go look them up either on Instagram or Facebook. Crafty U, they're in Ohio. Ohio? Yeah, Ohio. And she did it, she posted some pictures about it, and I shared a bunch of the pictures. They did it as a class and used different color map boards and things like that in the background. Very cool. It's a neat way to see different options. Obviously, they did not have access to my tutorial, but they had a good framer who showed them how to do it and recreated or replicated mine. Friday, I am getting the photographs together. Sorry, I didn't get it done when I wanted to because it's been that kind of summer.
It's been a busy summer.
So we're not going to go into that. But yes, the tutorial will go up Friday. Because I have had a few emails asking when it was going to be available. So yay, the pictures are done. I will be doing all the voiceover, and our wonderful son will be getting it all together. So anyway, on to the new releases. Okay, let's do it in the order that they are. I don't know the numbers, numerical order. So first up is Stitch Some Happy. Yay! It's a pincushion. And this is a 4-inch hoop that I painted black. And so FlossTube, I can't remember which one it was, but I refer to it in the chart. And oh shoot, I should have brought up one of the round things. Oh well, that's okay. It'll be a surprise when you order the chart. This chart comes with around, it looks like this. It's cardstock for a floss tag. So if you're going to put your flosses, these are DMC, easy to change color to suit your taste. This is 32 count. I believe it's probably flax and or platinum, which seem to be my two that I go to recently. I just did some fun Lady Dot BrickHouse rickrack on the side. Go see the FlossTube. I did that FlossTube ClassRoom with Peyton and Lorna.
Oh yeah.
And we showed them how to do this. I had some cute fabric on the back, and it just sits nicely. And I got some cute black pins, and I just love it. So you get the chart, and then you also get, like I said, you get a little coordinating floss tag, kind of like how I did for the Life is Just. So that's life. This is Stitch Some Happy. And I just think you just should always stitch some happy. I don't know. This piece just made me happy. That sounds goofy, but it did. So anyway, so this is number 1, and that'll be out. The shops are placing their orders over the weekend as if they were at market. Well, they'll be at market. But then through Monday, and then we start shipping, like probably the first orders hit the mail Tuesday. We're pretty.
That's the plan.
We're pretty quick.
We'll see how that works out.
No, that's how it's going to work.
Okay. Sure thing.
Positive vibes. Positive vibes only. Okay.
I'm positive. We'll see how it works out.
Okay. You got this down. Okay, so Stitch Some Happy. Maybe we should change this to Ship Some Happy. I don't know. Anyway, it's a fun piece. Really, the only difference between this and with the tutorial is I added that rickrack. I just felt like this one needed a little touch of something different. So before I put once you see the tutorial, before I put the outer ring back on all of this, I just went around with some rickrack and just give it a little spot of color. Yep, you do see it a little bit on the back, and that's okay because that's going to be sitting on the tabletop when you do this use it as your pincushion or lean it somewhere or whatever you want to do. So yay, Stitch Some Happy. All right. Okay. So this one, Tomayto, Tomahto. Okay, I'm not going to sing. You say tomato.
No. I'm certainly not going to sing.
Okay. You want to do the trick?
You do.
Okay. So, I love doing that. I feel like I work at Dairy Queen. You know when they serve the blizzards. Your blizzard, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can hold it down. Okay, so it's a fun little tray. You can, if you want to take the tomato off, and so they can see the whole thing. So you got all different types of tomatoes. You got some little cherry tomatoes here, and you got some larger cherry tomatoes, and then you got the big boy or the better boy here. And the whole secret how that thing held on was magnet. There's a magnet. Hold it up. There's a magnet in there, and there's a magnet here. So this one says Tomayto, and then the pincushion says, let's see where, Tomahto, all the way around it. It's real subtle. I kind of just wanted this to be just kind of maybe more primitive looking. I just love it. This is Aztec Red Weeks Dye Works. And this is gray, Weeks Dye Works, 32 count for both, and then Weeks Dye Works floss. Of course, I always do DMC substitutions. It's that number in parentheses inside the chart in the color key. So, yeah, and then there is a link to a complete finishing tutorial. Now, if you're thinking, gosh, this one looks really familiar, Kathy. Well, it was part of the Homespun, oh gosh, what's the name of that Facebook group? Homespun, Cross Stitch, Needlework, and more. I can't remember. I can never remember the name of the group. Anyway, it's
the Homespun group.
It's the Homespun group. If you got a question, just ask below. And yeah, you don't have to. Well, whatever. It's a Facebook group, and she does kits that are exclusive to the group. So it's been out for a little over a year now, and so I've had a lot of requests. When am I just going to release the chart? So here we go. We're just releasing the chart. So a couple things. Yes, you are getting a link to the finishing tutorial. It's not printed in the chart, and it's a private link. You have to have the chart to get the link, and then you have to type it in correctly to make sure that, and it's a full PDF color tutorial, multi-pages, multi-step. It's the same tutorial that the original kit had. It was included in print in that. So you're getting a PDF that you can print out, and many people finished theirs and had, really.
I think they found the instructions were fairly
comprehensive.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
If you've ever taken a class of mine, I do lots of pictures and I do lots of instruction. So, and here's the fun part. Trish from Attic Heirlooms was the shop that I worked with. What the idea behind the Facebook group is that she pairs a designer up with the shop. And I had never met Trish before, and actually I still have never met her face to face. We've talked quite a bit on the phone, and she's just a hoot. I love her. She talks color the way I talk color, so I knew this was gonna be a fun project. But anyway, I reached out to her and said, hey, do you have any of the little? She supplied, she dyed all the wool. Now she did everything for the club. What she's gonna do is a finishing kit. That will have the wool, and it's got the wool for the tray, the wool for the strawberry. She's even including a strawberry already made. If you bought the kit in the club, you had to make your own strawberry. She's making that little strawberry for you. It'll include some pins, all kinds of things. I'll put her email address below, because you won't get that from me. You'll order that directly from Trish, and I'll put a link to her website. And then you can go see what all it includes. It does not include linen. It does not include Aida. It does not include threads that you get through your shop when you order your chart. Okay, it's just the finishing kits. It's just the bits and bobs that you can put your own together, but heck, why not get a finishing kit that includes everything? It just makes it easy for you. So, and the whole reason why I put the magnet in there to begin with was because it's a fairly shallow tray, and if you're going to use it, or if you're going to carry it from stitching spot to stitching spot, I don't want the tomato to kind of bobble out of there and
try and get away.
And cat toy, dog toy, anything like that. So, and actually, I think this project is kind of the one that started my love of incorporating magnets. I've used a lot of them over the last year. In fact, I feel like I should open I shop at Applied Magnets. Seriously, it's like a Magnets R Us, like Toys R Us, but for magnets.
We have our own lithium mine in the backyard.
Yeah, don't tell anybody. Anyway, okay, so Tomahto. It's, what did I say? It's functional, fun, and phonetic. I did have somebody, I remember one time they said, how come you spelled it? Did you know you spelled it wrong?
Twice.
Yes, I did know I spelled it wrong. On purpose. Anyway, so tomato. I love this one. Anyway, fun stitch. Okay, all right. Okay, so I know a lot of you were getting your summer basket pillows from the Triple Play Pillows. Say that fast. Triple Play Pillow series. But it's getting ready. It's time to get ready to get your fall ones and get those done and switch out your basket. So I'm going to show this, and then I want to kind of show you how I put mine together. I used the same tray that I did for the summer basket, but this is the autumn basket. You want to lean it down so they can see that. I'll take each one out too. So I filled mine with obviously the pillows, and then I did different picks and some pretty fall leaves to kind of complement the color. And then I tried leaning some this way too, and it just was too much. And I have these little wool felt pumpkins in my stash, so I just tucked them in there, and I just thought they just kind of were really cute. Now, can you turn it around a little bit? So I did a fun reel on my Instagram page showing you kind of how I built it, and I will do that again. But if you notice in the back, this is left over. I used these from the summer basket. And I just tucked them back there because nobody really sees them from the front. But what they're doing is they're providing support for the back of the pillows. These greens are just, they have good body to them. So they were just perfect to kind of set back in there and then just help support the pillows. And so the front was pretty. So anyway, so let's go ahead and pull the pillows out. You wanna do that one? And once again, oh, you need a drink. Talking too much, you need a drink?
Parched.
Okay. So these are here's design number 1. And then you've got design number 2. Okay, I'm just gonna say this is my favorite one. I really love the bold colors in it. And then design number 3. Okay, I like them all. It's hard to pick. When I look, I go, oh, this is my, that. Honestly, okay, this one, when I was designing it, I had this square in the middle, and then I had a bunch of other stuff around it, and I kept it up on my screen, and I kept walking by it, and I was like, I just wasn't like happy with it, and I just knew it didn't do it for me just yet, and then these are how some of these things happen, just like happy accidents. I just actually happened to pull part of it, and I was gonna copy paste it, and when I pulled it and I went to go paste it, I saw this part of that big square, and I went, I like that. And it just kind of, so it's a little different, whereas these are all, fairly, they're, very squared up, very symmetrical, very, in like a 4-quadrant kind of way. This one isn't, and I just think maybe that's what I like about it. But I like them all. So, I don't want to insult the other pillows. Okay, and then once again, you see all these fun coordinating fabrics. The gals at Simple Stitches Fabric Shop put a bundle together for me, and you can order the bundle on their website. I'll put a link below. The fabrics, again, I love what they do. They pull different fabrics. They're not necessarily from the same collection. I'll say these are kind of the DMC colors I'm doing, and they'll pull together what I've said, and I've loved every one of them. And these were 8 different fat quarters, and I really didn't have much left over. I used the same finishing tutorial that I did last time, same finishing with the big stitch quilting, and I did kind of a coordinating, you want to show that one, color just to kind of highlight and to make them look, I don't know, just to give it some texture. Yeah. And remember, we do the envelope style back. So I'm going to do a fun reel probably next week or something. I'm going to do the official changing of the guard, taking the pillow form out of the summer basket and putting it into the autumn basket.
So you only need 1 set of forms.
You only need 1 set of forms. You can either make them, and that is in the tutorial, or you can buy 9x9 forms. I think you can. And then, yeah, I think you can. And so what I actually have to make pillow forms for each one because they travel and they do trunk shows and all that kind of good stuff. So, but I love doing stuff like this because then eventually when it kind of doesn't go out as often on a trunk show, then it's in our house. So now this one does have a stripe, and I know I talked in the tutorial about how like larger pattern stripes, plaids, maybe don't necessarily always work for this, and I didn't put any of those stipulations on the gals at Simple Stitches. These are the colors. They know I like a variety of values of similar color, and I just loved the job that they did. And I saw the stripe, and I did try it on the front, but it just kind of like took too much away from, so I thought, well, it'll work perfectly on the back. And look how cool that is. And I just have different colors on the back. So I like having a kind of a lighter one, and then kind of this is the medium tone, and then I would call this sort of the bold one. I just like having the mix of them. So they're fun.
They turned out really nice.
You know, a quick little, they're very quilty. Quilty meets cross stitch is kind of what I call them. And I used sort of a, well, the summer ones were kind of based on kind of a, not quite a flag, but flag-ish, but I didn't want them to necessarily be patriotic or
Right.
Specifically that way, but I'm kind of mimicking in a way certain quilt blocks for the season. So this of course is a maple leaf, and I don't know why, I just kind of felt like it sort of lent itself to fall colors. And a lot of these are just variations on that. So yay, I hope you like them. They're fun to stitch. They're very relaxing, kind of once you get your pattern down. They're just a nice stitch to have. You're not necessarily always looking back at the pattern, that kind of thing. And again, these are what I call light and bright autumn, especially, you know, when you throw the teals in there, and it's a different brown for autumn. If you're not a fan of these colors, really, again, like I say, it's 4 different shades: the teal, the green, the brown, and the orange. 2 different values, a lighter and a darker, or a medium and a dark. So it's super easy to switch out to the colors that you want, and then of course just get your own. So anyway, so I like to make it all very, very versatile. So on the basket, get your copy this weekend. Make sure you order at your shop. So one final one. Okay, and I have to say a word about this. So I don't know any other way to say this, but resting witch face. I love it. I honestly, when I did the original resting beach face, and if you go back to the FlossTube, I told my little story about how that one came to be, because I educated a whole group of stitchers at a retreat about the RBF.
Right.
And
Yes.
I thought I had insulted them, but they all laughed and they thought it was funny. So we went resting beach face, and then somebody said, "Oh, you should do resting stitch face." And then as soon as resting stitch face came out, somebody said, "Oh, please, please, please do resting witch face." The only thing, hi Daisy, she's eating the cat's food.
Come on, Daisy.
She's busted on FlossTube. Anyway, so when resting stitch face came out, a lot of you said, "Gosh, that looks like a self-portrait." Don't be going there with this one. I do not have a green face. Anyway, she's hovering over her cauldron and casting spells. So I did not, on the other 2, I did put, she even has a little wart on her nose. I did put different facial tones. I didn't for this one.
Yeah.
If you don't like green, you know, pick another green. I don't know. But this one was fun. And then, of course, at the top for beach face, they did with a flamingo solo. For stitch face, they did the solo tomato. And then now we have the black bat solo from Just Another Button Company. So make sure you get your shops to order that.
Order that from them.
Yes, and then of course I've got the Witch Face Rick Rack from Lady Dot Creates, and this is actually DMC. The linen is Silvermist from Fabrics by Stephanie. If you're thinking, "Gosh, Kathy, that sounds familiar too," well, if you're doing, if you're coming to the HOD costume party stitch along, that's the same fabric. So if you purchased multiple 9x9 cuts from Stephanie, guess what? You could use one of your 9x9 cuts for this. It's not the same DMC colors. A few might be the same, so slightly different. And then in the packets of rickrack that you were ordering from Lois for the costume party, this is the green. Now, if you're just going to do this one and you just want the green, the witch face green, she is making those available to shops. So make sure that you order that. And then I just did a fun little finish. I put some fun fabric on the back.
And that's the thing with the Rick Rack for this one and for Stitch Them Happy. Order those from Lois.
Yes.
At Lady Dot.
Yeah, and then your shops can get them
And
too.
shops, yeah.
So, and they'll be getting them. And let's see, was I gonna, okay, so, and then, this color is not new, the BrickHouse Rick Rack. So you may have some in your stash from previous projects that I've done.
Which one? It was at Market.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head what it was.
I'm with you.
But check your stash. That's all I'm gonna say.
Might be there.
But the witch face green is a new color, so you'll want to make sure that your shop gets it or order it from her website when she has it available up there, her Etsy shop. So, and then I get a lot of people saying, do you do a tutorial? Because I had this just sitting on an easel, which it's fun. It's pretty cute that way, or it just can lean somewhere. I would say definitely check the tutorial for season 2, because I showed you how I laced this piece and then how I attached the rickrack. Okay, so follow that tutorial because that's exactly the same steps I did there. Now for the foam core and then the back piece, I can't remember the number off the top of my head. I will find it and put it in the comments. But that I do use the double-sided tape for stretching the cotton fabric. I had a question recently. Somebody said, could you use the double-sided tape for the needlework? I'm sure you could. I always lace, and that's what I teach. That's just how I was taught. So that's my preferred method. And then of course with this, I do use the double-sided tape. So. And it's a fun little quick finish, and like I said, I put it in an easel, or if you're decorating for Halloween, you could stick it up on a mantle or on a shelf, or there's all kinds of fun places to do it. So
Put a hanger.
Yes, you could put a hanger on it. I think so I know a lot of people do those trays. You could put it in that. Lots of possibilities for just fun finish. So that's it. Woohoo! Okay.
We're about ready.
I know. I think our booth is ready. We actually had to practice today. and I hadn't really intended, when I say practice, like go into our booth, because you have to log in to the Expo account. Event Hub is the platform that does all this. And, it's been a year since we've done this, and quite a year it's been. So, some friends were texting me and saying, "Oh, we're in our booths. Come see us. Come practice." And I was like,
rehearsal.
We had a dress rehearsal today, and I hadn't really planned on attending dress rehearsal. I got this. I'm glad I did.
I'm glad you did too.
Because you're going to be home with me.
Saturday morning would have been a little hectic.
Yeah. So we're on camera, kind of like a Zoom, kind of yes, kind of no. And then they come in and they place their orders, and Janice has made it very fun this time. She's given kind of not quite a scavenger hunt for shop owners, that they come from room to room and they get some pieces of information from us. And they have to get a color and an animal. And I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm not telling you what my color and my animal is. It is not a pink flamingo. I'm just saying that, because everybody was like, "Oh, I bet you're going to be a pink flamingo." No, I'm not. So
is it a blue aardvark?
No, it is not a blue aardvark.
Okay.
I haven't even told you what it is.
I don't know what it is.
But anyway, the idea is that the stores go to every designer, and once they place their order, they get the color and the animal, and then they go into a drawing. And I guess it's a very nice prize for the shop. I mean,
or they visit.
Yes, they have to visit. Yes, just to kind of get that up a little bit, and I mean, it's a nice enough prize. Heck, if I was still a shop, I'd be like, yeah. Knock, knock, here I am. Yeah. What's your color? What's your animal?
Spill it.
So anyway.
The other thing.
Oh, yes.
For that one and that one, don't we have stickers?
Yeah. I knew I brought him along.
I'm standing here for a reason.
Yeah, keep me on task. Okay.
Something like that.
So not only with this one, with Stitch Some Happy, you'll get that round floss drop included with your chart. I do have optional stickers for you. I haven't really put them out there a whole lot, but those will be available to shops, only attending shops that are going to be ordering over the weekend. And then after that, I will have some on my website as well if I have any left, because I just have a limited number. So yes, stickers are available. Now this, I got a vinyl sticker. I'm learning the whole sticker game. The last stickers I got were not vinyl, and they were matte finish, and I don't know. I like the vinyl a little bit better. But so then, oh yeah, you've got some right there. And then Resting Witch Face, I got stickers for that too. There's and that's sort of what the one looks like for the floss drop, but it's bigger. It's like a business card size. And then stickers for resting witch face as well. And now it's the matte finish, just like Stitch Face and Beach Face were. So,
Right.
And again, available to shops during the show. And then if I have any left, I will put them on the website.
Yep.
So make sure you order them through your shop.
Through your shop, attending shop.
Yes. So I think that's it. Any other big news going on, or I think we're good.
No, not for now.
We actually get to stay home for like about a month. Yay! Don't tell anyone.
Yeah. That's the key. Don't tell anybody.
So our next class will be with Lady Dot Creates in California, Modesto, California. She just sent out pre-stitching about a week ago.
Yep.
I know that there might be some spots open. It might be kind of full. I don't know. If you have any questions, contact Lois at Lady Dot Creates, because she's running the retreat in the class, and there's still time to get pre-stitching done. So it's a fun class, and I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully, at this point, you are coming with me.
That is the plan.
That's the plan.
We'll see how that works out.
Anyway, so looking forward to that, and we have a lot of other things still coming up for the end of the year. So
Stay tuned.
yeah, not everything I can say.
The costume party's coming.
Well, the costume party, yes. And I haven't said a lot about that here. If you follow me on my social pages, that's where you get a lot of that information. So go check that out. It's available on my website. Monday is the last day to sign up.
And it's a mystery stitch.
It's a mystery stitch along. You get your email 3 parts. You don't get sign up on the website. You'll get an invoice. It's $10. You buy your ticket to the mystery stitch along, and then you get a newsletter that is attached as a link to a PDF on your invoice. And that gives you all the information. It gives you the stitch count. It gives you the DMC colors. You go buy that on your own. If you did the cookie exchange, it's similar to that.
Very similar.
In that they're no longer bakers, they're party planners, and I have the person who's hand dyeing linen, and then the person who's making the finishing boards, the person who's making some of the finishing accessories, and also the accessories for help as you stitch. Now, at this point, very big disclaimer.
That's what I was just gonna say.
These are all, small, I can't even say mom and pop, it's just mostly mom. Businesses, again, much like the cookie exchange was. So at this point, if you're signing up now, do not expect to have your linen, and I'd say almost any of them,
those,
and the rickrack trim, the finishing board, but you will be in time.
And the board.
Right, you will be in time to start stitching with us, maybe stitch from stash, something like that. I will, if you're one of those people like, I just can't do a mystery stitch along, I just don't know, I just, I get it. I haven't stitched it yet. I'm stitching with you guys.
Yep.
So I will, 29th so Monday at 5 o'clock, it goes down. That's 5 o'clock Central Time. It goes down, it's not available. Now then, I think around September 15th, and I will post, I will make it available for sale, again, like I did the costume part, or the cookie exchange. It'll be available, no extra frills,
Just the chart as a
just
download.
the chart will be available as a download. So at that point, you'll be able to see it and go, oh yeah, I really did like it.
And the 3 parts of the chart are downloads also.
Yes, yep. And that all kicks off September 1st. So a week from tomorrow, you'll wake up.
Let the fun begin.
Yeah, and you'll the biggest thing there is make sure your email's typed in correctly.
Yes. And it's a good time. Everybody had such a good time with Costume Party. I was following along, and it was interesting to see all the comments, and and the wordplay that people came up with. It was
Yeah.
the burnt cookies was the best.
Yes,
that was
so
good.
She had to take she messed up, and she had to take everything out, and she burnt her cookies. So everybody
pretty
I
funny.
know participating so far is busy planning their costumes. I'm working on my costume now, gathering all the little bits and pieces, and
If you saw the video on Instagram and Facebook, my fake mustache is still in the shop. So I don't know that I'll have it back by then.
yeah, I don't think so.
I don't either.
I'm gonna have to find a new cape because my cape shrunk at the dry cleaner. So anyway, but it was a lot of fun. Once again, we did hit all 50 states for participation. So yay! I'm not exactly
And in multiple countries.
in multiple countries.
I haven't counted those up yet.
Yeah. I wasn't exact. I think last time we had like 17 countries
Something
or something
like
like that.
that.
So I'm excited. It's so much fun to know that many people literally around the world are stitching something and together at the same time, and they don't know what it is. That's so cool.
It's a lot of fun.
So if you are on Facebook, join the HOD Stitchers group. That's not required or mandatory, but a lot of the stitchers, men and ladies who are stitching it, are members of that group,
And they
that's
post
where
in there.
that's where a lot of times questions, that kind of thing. So
And everybody's very helpful in there.
yes,
If you have a question, usually 5 people answer the question
Before
before you even see it. So, which is great.
Unfortunately, I don't get to hang out there all day long. Well, not that they do, but they just see it more quickly than I do sometimes.
That's a great community.
So, but yeah, everybody's very helpful. We try and just keep it, we keep it nice and fun. So anyway, so enough about the cookie exchange because I
It's
really
not the
want
cookie exchange. It's a costume party.
costume party.
That is not the first time that has happened. So just put that out there.
For so long, I was calling it the cookie exchange, and I literally looked in the mirror one morning and went, the costume party, the costume party, the costume party. And I was doing so well until recently. So anyway.
All right.
So one more cheers. My peach sketchy drink.
Enjoy.
It's growing on me. It's not too bad. How do we end?
Have a great rest of your week.
Enjoy, and I'll be back here soon with a tutorial, and enjoy the stitch.